Yeah, I was gonna say you need to get a tennis racket.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
I need to get a new one too. Mine is losing
Do I?
pump, whatever you want to call it.
Do I need a specific, like, should I be sized for a racket, or I'm like, you're not good enough to be sized?
No, I don't even think that's the thing. Just go to just go to Big Five and get one that has Rafael Nadal on it, and because everyone has like a picture on it of like a person, so just don't get a female because those are gonna be smaller and lighter.
Unless it's a Williams.
Yeah, unless it's Serena Williams, but usually it's like Anna Kournikova because white people play tennis.
Yo, I feel like Serena Williams or even Venus, they'll probably attach like a kettlebell to the bottom. Those fucking bitches are yoked.
Dude, imagine getting a hand job from Serena Williams.
No.
Oh my God.
No. You're going to have to get there with like a speed gun. Oh, that was a great serve.
You got to keep it under 35, all right?
Foot across the line. You fucked up. Do it again.
Hey, listen.
Hello, game people. Thank you for listening. I'm trying to be progressive. Sitting across from me is our co-host, orange and not in prisoner jumpsuit wearing, Mr. William Henderson.
Yo.
How are you on this dreary morning?
I feel great.
Does it feel like Christmas yet?
No, there's no snow.
Where did you have white Christmases?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. If we didn't have snow on Christmas, it was upsetting. It would be like, what the fuck's going on? Global warming.
Did you still have to go to school on a snowy Christmas? Like when there was snow?
On Christmas?
Not on Christmas. All right. So how early would you guys get snow?
It depends on the year. Sometimes before Thanksgiving. Sometimes on my birthday, which is next week, by the way.
Just so you know, you're not getting snow. So
yeah, no. But sometimes there would be snow by my birthday, usually after. But, yeah.
I was under the impression that snow came later.
Is
it just here?
It just depends.
I don't fucking know.
It just shows up when it feels. I mean, if it's cold enough and there's precipitation, it's going to be snow.
I don't know. I'm from the equator, so there's.
But I mean, there's definitely been years where like it's been relatively warm all the way up through Christmas, and we don't get snow until like the New Year. So
fucking rude.
Yeah, but those I'd say it's pretty rare for that to happen.
Are you a winter sports kid though? Did you snowboard or ski or?
No.
Like what is Michigan? I don't know.
I mean,
what your
I went to a
hometown looks
small
like,
school,
so.
but like basketball's the winter sport.
Oh, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But like not like an actual like winter sport. Like we also didn't have like
winter
resources. No, we definitely had winter. We just didn't have like.
Did you guys have?
There
like,
was no mountain.
Snow fucking plows through your streets
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah,
That's
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Unless you die from one.
Yeah.
Anyone ever die and get run over by those? Is that common?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's common, but it's definitely happened.
Died by Zamboni.
Somebody's getting their mail and then the thing drives by and.
Just some deaf dude. Can't hear it coming by.
Pinging my meal. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely happened. I think it's pretty common for like animals to get caught in that too. Cats that don't have like a home. No. Like that wander, you know? Yeah, fuck cats. Who cares?
Fucking stupid. In the winter? I mean, let's be real.
They're dumb.
You're going to die anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time.
Yep. Welcome to another episode of Gameboiz, folks. We're listening, we're ranting, or you're listening, we're ranting. First off the bat is, I read this the other day, is that PlayStation 5 is being sold online only.
So you can't go to a store.
You can't buy them in a store.
On the 12th? Is that the day it comes out?
Yeah.
That's my birthday.
So if you don't have it pre-ordered, you're basically SOL.
Yeah, dude. That's
an interesting pull. Like, because like Target's still open. Best Buy's still open.
Walmart.
You know, I don't know what Black Friday is going to look like, but that's a very, for me, telling sign of late production. They didn't have time to ship out the quantities they
But
need.
is that their fault or is that COVID related too?
I don't know. That's kind of been my stance this last like 4 months of it. Is like I feel like everything was late, and I don't know if it's a COVID thing or if it's just a hardware thing. Because I mean, even Xbox as well, they are trying to be at the edge on release. You know, like this is the best kind of console you're gonna get, and it's hard to do that, especially now. You know, early on, like making product in January for a November release is probably not what you want to do. You want the stuff from like April, you know, later on.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Because just things get better, things get cheaper.
And very quickly with technology these days, it advances very quickly.
Yeah. I just feel like if they did it earlier, the PlayStation would have been more expensive. Just because now they have to buy these solid state drives, which are not cheap still, which is crazy. When you think about like, do you remember when 16 gigabyte thumb drives were like $40?
Yeah, now they're like $6.
Yeah, now you can get them at Walgreens. You can take it from the fucking impulse buy section.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's at the impulse buy spot.
And they're like, "That's
Who cares?
fine.
It's whatever.
We're getting rid of it."
Yeah.
So
I do remember that is really crazy. I used to work at Office Depot, and they would have those like locked up, you know, in like the fucking
next to the razors, I assume, because those
we didn't
have to
sell
be
razors.
fucking.
Yeah, I
locked
don't get that either.
Me either. What? Why?
I don't know.
Don't
dude.
cut yourself, kids. I don't know.
Also, who buys razors at the store anymore? Don't you get Dollar Shave Club? Fucking get in the now, dude.
I don't.
Why not?
Well, I use a straight razor, so
What? Are you serious?
I do. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
When I started, it was
You're like, I want to be like Sweeney Todd.
it was something different. But
You're so gay, dude.
I wanted to learn a skill for one,
Straight razor.
and it really does help in terms of like exfoliating. I prefer a straight razor shave to a regular shave. The regular like blade is quicker.
Do you sharpen it with a leather strip?
No, I just fucking
Shing.
I
Shing.
that's what I was gonna say. Is
Shing.
I buy the safety razors in like packs of 200, and I only shave every other week
Once
or so.
a year.
Yeah, if that. So I haven't had to buy a blade.
Dude, when you get your katana, are you gonna shave with that?
Guess I'm buying a katana now.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Great.
Just
you know what would be hilarious?
mount it and like use my chin.
What would be dope is like a straight razor in the shape of a katana, so it's like mini, but has a little handle on it.
That'd be cool. I'm sure it exists.
Probably.
The thing I was telling you about earlier, they do make straight like safety razor looking pocket knives out of katana blades.
Oh.
It's like they were like, hey, we have plenty of katana steel. What do you want to make? Do you want to make a car?
Yeah. A katana car.
Yeah, with a
Straight
K.
chromed out.
K-A-R. No chrome. Well, that's what I was getting at earlier, is that if you have to mix chromium into the metal to make it water resistant, and so that's how you make like stainless steel and shit.
Oh.
But because there was no chromium in Japan, you just couldn't get that mineral out there
Right.
to stay true to it. They everything rusts,
Yeah, that's
which is inefficient.
stupid.
Give me a fucking titanium blade.
How are you gonna clean your necklace if you get?
I don't know if I would wear it. I think I would just have it. I think it's cool. Or I'd wear it as like an accessory when I know I'm not going outside.
Like what? That also defeats the purpose.
Like into the wilderness. I'm not going to wear that katana necklace on a hike, but
No, but
if
like
we're going to dinner and it looks
you're
dope,
dressing up.
yeah, then I'll wear it.
You
It's fine.
You wear the shirt with a little.
You just have to wipe it down.
Some of the buttons unbuttoned, and it just fucking hangs.
Yeah, maybe.
How long is it? Is it like?
It's. I
long?
mean, it depends on the chain.
Oh, you
it's
can
it's a pendant. That's why that you can. Get
Oh, I see. So the chain itself is not.
usually. Depends on the chain too.
But like
It's-
the chain itself is not the katana steel.
It can be.
Oh, okay.
It can be.
How much are these?
the
7,000, 8,000?
No, the pendants, they're relatively small. So if you get them, if you don't get it customized, I think it's like $45.
Oh, if we
It's
get them
pretty
in bulk,
cheap.
can we get 2 for 80?
Probably.
Let's do it.
We should get them that say like Gameboiz and kanji or something.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But then it's gonna say, "Why do you like playing with boys?" That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to say Gameboiz. That's the wrong kanji.
They spell
bro.
it G-A-Y-M-E.
No. I remember trying to learn because I only went to like Japanese 2, and trying to learn kanji is so difficult. It's such a like skill that I feel like you need to more be inundated with. And
what is kanji?
it's the Chinese characters.
Okay.
So there's like 3,000 of them.
Right.
And it's hard to learn once you've learned like a phonetic language.
So why were you learning that in Japanese?
Because, like I was saying earlier, they have 3 different letter structures for their words. So sometimes in a sentence, they'll have kanji because that represents, you know, an idea, and then they'll have their other 2. So they have there's hiragana, there's katakana, and then there's kanji. But they also write in English now too because of Western immersion.
I changed my mind on wanting to learn
it's
Japanese.
Fucking hard, dude. And so hiragana, it's not what you would think when you think about Japanese language because it's specifically used for Japanese words. So the more time goes on, the less hiragana is used because there's more information from outside. So
it's like ancient Japanese.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Or words that they've created for things. Like one of the few things that's Americanized. Well, all right.
I see what you mean. It's like the things that like we don't have words for that they have like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they open a McDonald's out there, they don't have McDonald's in Japanese, so they call it makuro.
Oh.
And the word makuro would probably be written in katakana, but now there's probably a kanji for McDonald's.
Okay. Like a shortened like an abbreviation almost.
Yeah, like this means McDonald's.
Okay,
now.
yeah.
But
you could also write it in like the katakana.
Yeah, makudo. So it's phonetic as well. But like baseball is fucking huge in Japan.
Right.
So
but it's not a Japanese thing, right?
But it's so huge it's become part of their culture. No, they have a word for it now. It's called yakyu.
Okay.
And that would be written
are these so is this like a word or a phrase that they've made up for this, or is this this is like throw ball and hit? Like do you know what I mean? Like is this like explaining the sport in a short way, or is this like a word that they've made up?
In Japanese, when you talk about baseball in Japanese is yakyu.
Yakyu.
That's what they've called it. And I'm sure it's a derivative of the Yakuza and some kind of organization.
They probably it was probably so dirty. It was probably so corrupt.
Probably. But like, so when you have things like a remote control, there's no Japanese word for that, so they call it rimokon, and then they'll write it in katakana.
Interesting.
Or katakana, and then yakyu would be written in hiragana. So it is an ancient language, but because they've adopted it into their culture, they consider yakyu Japanese baseball.
I've changed my mind again. I do want to learn this language.
It's fascinating.
Super interesting.
It's fascinating to learn because you also simultaneously learn history.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to. You're like, what is this word?
I feel like I like Duolingo. I like what they do, and it's good for like Spanish, or if you're familiar with the language already. But if you're going in blind, like I started Arabic on Duolingo, and I can't. Like it's just there's no like. I don't know. Sometimes you need someone to sit down and just explain and like write this way and like help you like you need like a teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like Duolingo won't really do it for Japanese.
Probably not. It'll probably get you conversational though, in terms of just using what is Apple? What is this? How do you ask?
But
for this?
they'll be like, here's a symbol, and this is how you say it. Here's what it means, and then they'll be like, okay, now choose that symbol from this list. And it's like, I don't remember, you know, like
bird with eyeball looking thingy.
And it's like, they're all like, like pi signs. And I'm like, they all look the same to me, kind of like, I just need more. And then like in Duolingo, if you miss like 3 or 4, they're like, you're done now. Game over, bitch. It's like, fuck, I can't practice.
You didn't learn it yet.
Yeah. It's like, all right.
Can't get past the tutorial.
Yeah.
It's hard because like, you do need someone to explain the structure of the language as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's good at what's his fucking name? I'm not a big fan.
Surely you could go on like YouTube and there's plenty. You know what I mean?
Tim Ferriss. Do you know who Tim Ferriss is? I don't like him mostly because all of his content is other people's content. Like he's like the internet of books. He's just like, what do you need in this book? And he writes like encyclopedias and here's the information. Huh. It's not bad information, but for me, he's not a creator.
Right.
He's a
compiler.
Yeah, an interpreter.
Okay.
But he's I don't remember. It might be the 4-hour work week or the 4-hour body, but he writes down a basic sentence structure that he takes into all the languages, and it teaches you where nouns go, where verbs go, the word association.
like a table.
Essentially.
Like,
yeah. So you can learn, you know the English word, and then you ask them how you say this in that language, and it helps you extrapolate in that way. I don't know if Duolingo does that, but
I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't know.
Is it free?
Yeah. You can pay for it, and then you don't have to get your game over. Like if you pay, then you can just keep practicing. But if it's just free, it's like you get like 5 wrong answers, and you have to wait, which is super counterintuitive.
You have to wait for your recharge.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I guess I'll wait to learn more, you fucking cunt.
Oh, that's fucking rude.
It's so rude. Yeah.
That's a terrible game.
It is.
Unless it's a mobile game, then.
And it's also
sense.
like not like gonna teach. Like, I mean, Aaron's been doing Spanish for like 2 years straight now, and I don't think he can do some I don't think he can have a conversation. I'm sure he can understand people, but it's like I can understand people.
Yeah.
Like just from the basic shit I hear out here, I've
just from the
up.
tone that they're saying, I tell when they're mad at me.
Yeah, and you pick up on like one word. Like really, all you need is like one word out of the sentence, and you'd be like, okay, I know what relatively they're talking about.
Cabeza. What about like Rosetta Stone and shit? Like
I don't know. Those are like $350. So
has to work at that price range.
Fucking better, dude.
And maybe it's like if you're willing to spend $350, you might be more willing,
a little more
and
motivated.
acceptable to learn. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like parents who buy parenting books. It's not necessarily that those books make them good. It's that they have the wherewithal to be like, I need all the information,
right,
to be a good parent. So
yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like how do you figure life out? You just got to go with it.
I don't know. How do you figure life out, George? I haven't figured that part out yet.
I'm working on it. I mean,
yeah, I don't think anybody's actually figured it out.
Really?
I think they just pretend.
I don't know if that's living life though. Is it not? Is that me? That was me.
It wasn't me. That was weird. Fucking amateur podcaster.
Everyone's trying to figure it out. Everyone's quote unquote pretending, but if everyone's pretending, then maybe that's figuring life out. Dude, I didn't even smoke weed yet, and it's like
neither have I.
Fucking blowing minds over here, guys.
Yeah. What were we talking about before?
Just the PlayStation
Japanese
being only online,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
a ballsy move, I guess.
I mean, I feel like the people that were gonna get it at launch pre-ordered it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, who cares? Like, we're not going to get it anyway. It's not like, all right, it came out today, I guess I'll go pick one up,
So there's a good amount of people that do that, though.
Yeah.
That will show up and be like, I want one.
They fucking missed out. Sorry about it.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it's good for hype, though, because now you can't get one. And it's like, oh, but I really want one.
Yeah.
Like having a line to a club outside. Like,
yeah.
No one can get in.
Yeah, because that dude, World Star, I think it was yesterday or this morning. I can't remember when I saw it exactly, but they had a post of like the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then the caption said, for some of us, this week will be the last week we turn on either of these machines. And I'm like,
why?
What are you talking about?
That's
like,
fucking stupid.
For the vast majority of people, they're still going to use those machines.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, dude? It was just very, like, consumeristic. It was, I don't know.
Especially if you get the digital one and now you still have Blu-rays. Like, you're still going to use it.
You fucking idiot.
Fucking
or unless you have a Blu-ray player. However, this came out yesterday, and this is kind of a game changer for the PS5. You can't store
charger.
PS5 games on an external drive. You can put your PS4 games on the external drive and do all that, but PS5 games have to be on the internal storage. Coming back to my argument from last week, that's not enough space, dude. 825 gigs is not enough space.
There's going to be a workaround, though, for sure. That seems like a software lock. There's no way you're putting a paywall on technology, and there's always going to be a way around it, like jailbreaking your iPhone and stuff. So,
I mean, maybe you just need like an external what are they? SSD?
Yeah, solid state drive.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. The way they're making it sound is like it's just like nope. But you can make like set a setting to automatically put your PS4 games on the external. So like if you download PS4 games to your PS5, it automatically goes to the external drive. So it doesn't take up PS5 space or like internal space.
Yeah.
But that's still like you know that's not enough.
I feel like the information that I've gotten in life this far, I would agree with you, but I also think that solid state drive technology is so new that it might still be like longevity wise. The fact that you're just going to keep putting stuff on your hard drive means that at some point you're gonna run out. Yeah. But I don't know when that point's going to be until we see how big games are.
In 6 months.
Maybe, but it's like it isn't a more efficient way of accessing data, a more efficient way of storing data. It's in terms of longevity, that a regular hard drive is gonna burn out before a solid state drive, even if you continuously use it, just because of the technology. So I don't know. Everything in me tells me it's not gonna be enough. But I know how the technology works where I'm still optimistic, if that makes sense. But it also seems like they're just trying to sell you Sony solid state drives.
Yeah. But like, and that's the thing, like it doesn't, I mean, this article that I have up on GameSpot doesn't even bring up the possibility of an external SSD. So I'm assuming they just have like what's the other one? HD?
Yeah. Hard disk drive.
Yeah.
It reads it like a CD.
Right.
So
I don't know. That's bothersome to me. And that puts that, in my opinion, that brings the new Xbox, kind of up to par with it, because you can still use your external.
Well, again, I think because of the technology, I feel like I throw Sony too many bones. I feel like I'm a Sony
I agree.
But because of
you
the
getting
technology,
money from George Soros, dude?
Shut the fuck up, okay?
Why are you still here, dude?
Look at this place. This is mine. But because of the technology, I can see it being difficult to have two different technologies for data writing and processing. So it makes sense that because the PlayStation 4 operates on a hard disk drive and that technology is in place, it makes sense that if you want to use an external hard disk drive, that's the only way to do it, that you can't load. But because PlayStation is being designed and written and designed to be accessed by a solid state drive, that it's completely different. You know, it's like analog versus digital almost. So it might not necessarily be them trying to sell you solid state drives, but just the overall inability for the machine to really parse out
both
PS4 to PS5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, okay, but
I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it's more akin.
We'll have to see. That's the bottom line.
I see your apprehension, though. I understand, because it's like when Apple started getting rid of slots and drives and things like that, everyone's like, what the fuck? How are we going to do this? But now you see where Apple's at, and like that all makes sense now. You know, in terms like their Air and their Bluetooth and their AirDrops.
Has there ever been a time when you're like, fuck, I wish I had a disk drive on this MacBook Air? Or like, what else does it not have?
Maybe once or twice. You know?
Yeah.
So it might not be as big of an issue as we think later on, but where we're at now, it can
seems
certainly
like an
raise
issue.
some red flags.
Yeah.
Like
The
not
only
having
thing
a
is that,
charger
like,
and headphones in your fucking box.
In my opinion, PS5 just has the better games and shit. Like the Spider-Man, Astrobot, like that kind of shit. I think that like that just takes it to another level, especially with the VR stuff that Xbox isn't doing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess they're probably more focused on like Oculus and that kind of VR stuff, which is a little more heavy duty. I just think the PS5 is a better game, like a better
entertainment.
Yeah.
Console.
Yeah.
I agree. I think they're but I mean, I think numbers again too agree with us. You know, when you look at PS4 to Xbox sales, like it's
not even a comparison, really, is it?
Microsoft has a very specific demographic and a very
white people
narrow lane. Yeah, maybe that's one. Very narrow lane of what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it. But I think PlayStation.
Dude,
I don't know.
Look at this fucking Spider-Man footage, dude. It's so fucking sick.
Yeah, have you seen it with the Into the Spider-Verse costume?
No.
It looks dope as fuck, dude. It looks so good, which I'm very excited because I read this yesterday that Fortnite was saying that with the DualSense controller, depending on the weapon you're using, it's gonna feel different.
That's what's up, dude. That's fucking so dope.
Yeah. And the fact that Xbox is not capitalizing, like, that tells me that I agree with you that they're not focusing on the VR, which I think everyone agrees is kind of, if not the next level, a different avenue to kind of play in, you know, just a different experience. But the DualSense controller tells me that the immersion in the VR is something that PlayStation feels is the next level. That, like, we're going to immerse you in this so that when you think VR, you think PlayStation.
Right.
And just the fact that you're going to give me, in a non-VR environment, a different experience is kind of a game changer for me. Like, that puts me on, I'm going to buy a PlayStation before I buy an Xbox because I'm going to get something new.
Right.
And almost every game is telling us that, because it's not, when the DualShock 4 came out and the 6-axis motion sensor thing, that was almost like a post-production 3D add-on. Like, it wasn't, when they make 3D movies, they're making 3D movies, but when 3D movies came out, everyone felt like they had to have a 3D version.
Oh, I see.
You
so
know?
it was like post-production. So it's not like game developers didn't really use that 6-axis that much.
Yeah.
There was a little bit.
Because it was an add-on very
Right.
late in the game.
Okay.
But because the DualSense has been, from the jump, something they're doing, I'm willing to bet, like in Spider-Man, your shots are going to feel different depending on what web setting you're using, how it land. Maybe you can feel the web land. Like, it's going to give me that experience that I want for the same price.
Yeah, and then couple that with the VR. Bro.
And then the pod scent thing that we throw into it.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, you can't lose.
Yeah.
I also feel like if they come out with like new PlayStation Move controllers, like for the VR, they ought to have something similar, right? Some kind of
I
haptic.
haven't looked into it, but I'm sure that they are
Eventually going to do that.
Well, very soon,
Yeah.
because you remember when I was looking for Move controllers,
you couldn't find them.
They
Yeah, that's
stopped
right.
manufacturing them, which tells me
they're doing
that they're
something.
getting rid of it.
Right.
And they're trying to do something new.
Do you think they're trying to just get rid of the Move controllers in general and just stay with the controller, or do you think they're going to do something new?
I don't know if they can get rid of the Move in terms of like what the Move controllers offer you in terms of experience.
That's true. It's a different, because
the controller isn't.
You can separate them, and dude, that was dope. Yeah,
so cool.
Fucking turn them sideways.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
gangbang this shit. Why don't they have a drive-by VR game?
Dude.
What the fuck?
It's because all the people making games are white people, and they don't know what it's like.
Fucking stupid. Look, all right, here's how you do it. All right, you get a Need for Speed engine so that you can choose the car you roll up in.
Yeah, but
okay?
like it's all like low riders and Cadillacs and shit.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Or it's new age and it's a Prius, so you
El
can sneak
Caminos.
up on fucks. It should be a Tesla. That's what,
dude.
so you can take off.
No. It's like an RPG. So you start in an El Camino that has like no wheels and anything.
You start in an El Camino with a revolver.
6 shot. It's got rust on it. Like,
No. Go even further back. You're on a horse with a flintlock pistol. You got to start in 1908,
yeah,
bro.
dude. This is when drive-bys. This is the history of drive-bys.
Yeah. Ooh. Fuck, dude. This game sounds amazing.
We got to stop talking.
Already started in Red Dead. Now you're riding shotgun with someone. All right, Sony. I don't know why you haven't tapped us.
Each person that you kill, you get money for. And you you get XP and money, so you can like level up, and you can get like new abilities, like you can reload faster, whatever the fuck. Dude.
I want now a
But then,
VR
like,
Revolutionary War game where
all
you
the-
have to use both move control and you have to stuff it. You have to load it up, and then it has to. It's like a rhythm game where if you fuck it up now it takes longer, and then they shoot at you.
I'm so in, dude.
And then in order to put the bayonet on, you have to like hold the controller trigger and then put it on the gun, twist it, and
I'm
then
in, dude. Charge.
God damn it. And maybe you have to put the controllers together now
And,
so
and
that
the,
you can.
the louder you scream, the faster you run, the more damage you do.
For freedom.
Yeah, dude, I'm so in on this game. If they could just redo the Patriot as a VR game, I'm in, dude.
no.
Throwing hatchets and shit.
You over
Fuck
there,
yeah.
aim small, miss small.
Yeah,
aim
dude.
small, miss small.
Oh, I'm so in.
I'd be the
That's
red coat.
That's the best fucking game idea I've ever heard, because there's always like war game, like, dude, how outdated, like not outdated, but like how overdone is like a World War II game? It's like, Jesus Christ, like we get it. Like
It's almost
Nazis,
all we're getting at this
okay,
point.
I get it. And it's like we got away from it and now they're going back. Like,
Yeah.
fuck. But there's never been like Revolutionary War, like Civil War. Like you do the same thing. It would be, and you could do historical like events and shit.
You could fucking fight in Gettysburg or
yeah,
whatever.
dude. Like
you
that
can
would be
defend
so
the
cool.
Alamo.
That would be so cool.
That's the way to learn history, bro.
That's the way to learn history for sure. VR experience. Oh, dude, that's so
Holler
dope.
at us, guys.
That'd be so dope.
That would be so, because then it takes the experience, and like I feel like we've talked about this, where like the Revolutionary War is too slow. You know, you have to reload, but when you're forced to do all the interactions,
exactly.
it's boom,
and,
boom,
and
boom.
like when you're just doing a controller, it would be like, oh, hit circle, hit. So like it would just be like kind of redundant, and like this is just tapping buttons. But like if you have to like pack and like,
you know, what would be dope is that like if there was some kind of sensor, like an accelerometer maybe in the headset, and that because it lines up with the eye, that in order to reload you had to kneel, so that you couldn't
so the people
move
behind you can
so that they can shoot over you, or
Dude,
like
man,
now you're stuck and then
fuck,
you hear it fly over your head, you feel it,
cannonballs coming at you and shit, dude.
God damn, we're gonna be disappointed by every VR experience at this point.
Dude, oh my god, it sounds so good.
That would be great. I would definitely play as a red coat, though.
Why?
So I can go into town and kill mercilessly. You've played Red Dead with me. Don't. If I'm bored,
oh my god,
sorry, bro.
Oh.
Plus, those guys had like 3 pistols. You know, already loaded like a pirate.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You just kill 2 people and then you have to leave.
Yeah. I'm out.
Right,
Bye.
I'll see you later. Or just
Then you
light
have
a
to
church
craft
on
your
fire.
own bullets.
Yeah, you melt down your fucking dead kids'
That's
toy soldiers.
That's the next war game I want. I'm not playing any of
It should be, dude. that sounds so fun because like I think any Civil War or Revolutionary War game, if one even exists, it was like an RTS, like StarCraft, you know, where it's like command this battalion kind of thing, which is like boring.
It is, and that's how the generals fought as well. It's like by sound retreat.
Right. Right.
But if you put the guy in the trenches now, where he's fucking
right, dude. Yeah, dude.
This idea is too good.
It's too good. And then like you could like look down at like your ammo pouch. You have to look at it and hit a button to be able to like grab a bullet. And then you look back up and shit's flying past you. Like you just, oh, dude, that just seems so cool. Yeah.
And even if you can't do like open field combat, I would really enjoy the guerrilla warfare version of.
Well, you do both.
The revolutionary. I like the Gears of War feeling of like duck.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna do like we were saying, like a historical like rendition of it,
it can't be it.
You just follow the same person.
Yeah.
You are the same person that you start like in the trenches.
I don't want it to be too realistic. I want my bullet to go where I point.
Oh, no.
I don't want it to be a dice roll.
It's a die roll. Yeah, it's a D20.
Roll an accuracy check.
-6.
Oh.
You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're -6. You're fucking struggling with the bayonet. I can't. I'm panicking now, sir. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Right.
I think like VR games too, or like the future of VR, like the possibility of like a good like D&D type game just like continues to go up.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be cool if it was like a somehow, you know, like everyone can see a die roll where the die roll is not out of game anymore. It's part of the experience, maybe.
That's what Baldur's Gate 3 is like.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
like
fucking great.
It's basic. I mean, it's D&D. Like it's to a T.
Through and through?
D&D, yeah. Like they show the die roll on the screen, which I don't trust, but I'll take it.
You're so anti-video.
Oh, I
like
fucking hate it.
If your slot machine's not classic, I'm not playing that shit.
I'm not doing it. I don't trust you at all. You're full of shit, and I know it because that shit is programmed in.
But it's not, though.
It is.
They don't have to. Like
no, they don't have to, but they do.
No, but I'm saying the odds are so stacked against you that they don't have to. All they have to do is convince you that you can win.
But
they don't have to.
It has to go off every once in a while.
It doesn't, though.
But
every time you spin it, it's the same. It's game theory. It doesn't change. Your odds don't change.
But if a machine never hits, people are going to stop playing it. Word gets around.
But it's statistics. Not you went to college. You should know this. Your statistics.
Yeah, that's why I
change.
don't gamble. I took a statistics class. I'm like, this is stupid.
It doesn't change. Like when you have 3 doors and then you have to pick one, the safe door. Even when there's 2, your odds don't change. It's the same likelihood that you're going to change it.
Wait. You're saying if there's 3 doors.
Not that you're staying. Let's say you pick 3 doors, you pick one, and there's 2 left. I'm saying that if you're brought up with choices of picking the one right door, it almost doesn't matter how many doors there are. Statistically speaking, you're gonna pick one.
Yeah, but your odds of picking the right one decrease with the amount of doors.
Right, but it's more like a Schrodinger's cat thing where your likelihood doesn't change all that much. Like a casino is just banking on you losing. They're not banking on them winning. So their odds are higher regardless of the interaction.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like your odds don't change. Like their odds don't change because you're playing a certain game that's not technically being played by them. They're just making you think that you're playing. The best odds in a casino are roulette and blackjack.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't have
do you think roulette? I had a cousin once that told me if like you're playing roulette and it falls red on one, to bet black on the next one because the odds are increased to get it black. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. That's not how statistics work, dude.
No, that's not how game theory works.
It's like you're resetting. It's just like you're hitting the reset button. It's the same. Like it's the same roll every time.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, like, slot machines, video or not, they don't have to program in a likelihood of an event because
I agree, but they do.
You're such a conspiracy theorist, bro.
Dude, it's just such bullshit. It's such bullshit.
You just want to feel better about yourself. That's what it is.
Feel better about being a fucking loser.
I'm a piece of shit. Fucking rude.
Waste of money, man.
Yeah. I keep trying to find the free games for this month because I wanted to go
Shadow of War.
Yes.
Is one of them, which I'm excited for because I was told when it came out 7 years ago that I should play it, but I never did.
That's how I feel like a lot of games are. Like when I replayed The Last of Us, I was like, oh, I guess it's time.
Yeah. I should have got that when it was out, but it's whatever. By the way, I'm going to steal your VR headset today.
Yeah. It's all boxed up to you.
Perfect.
You can take it.
It's raining out, though.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at a review of the Xbox Series X. Getting good reviews so far. But
those are Microsoft shills. I mean, it's not a bad console. It's not a bad machine. The problem is what you were saying is that PlayStation's just got better games.
But at the same time, remember Xbox or Microsoft just bought Bethesda.
True.
So there's that. Like, I can't imagine they won't do Elder Scrolls on PlayStation. Like, that just seems... Same with like Fallout.
Yeah.
But I can see them doing like exclusive stuff.
Content.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially because that was a thing that PlayStation did way more. Well, like if you like bought a game, it was like, this is like, you would get like a character that was
for
more,
sure. And
like,
they're still doing it.
Yeah. And I think you'll probably see more of that with those Bethesda games.
Yeah.
On Xbox, you'll see a little more exclusive content. You still get the game on everything. That's what I would assume. I don't know though. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good acquirement though on Microsoft's part.
But again, I'm not mad at how this looks.
I agree. Yeah,
it seems compact.
It's very monolith, very
very space odyssey. Yeah.
Which is probably the intent, judging by their demographic. They're probably like,
oh, good point.
Everybody knows this one in terms of their demographic. We get it. That thing looks like it's gonna overheat though, especially when they were pulling apart the PlayStation. I was like, dude, that's a lot of heat contingency there.
And it's hard to tell how big the Xbox is, so I don't really know. But
I mean, they did that refrigerator thing. They were selling that promotional Xbox One refrigerator. It looked like that, but it was a refrigerator.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it was functioning. I was like, dude, I fucking want one.
That's hilarious. I don't know, like. In the page I was on before this, it was saying that the ideal gaming console will have like the way PS5 is doing it internally, but externally will look like an Xbox. That's the ideal version. Yeah, because that is way more sleek. Like the PS5 is kind of ugly. Like it's not too ugly to where it's a deterrent, but it's not pretty.
I just think it's the size. Honestly, I'm not opposed to. I like the sleek look. It's got clean lines. Aesthetically speaking, from a distance, it looks cool, but when you put it on a standard entertainment system or a standard entertainment center,
it's going to stand out.
It's going to stand out. It's going to take almost an entire shelf. You know, like that's a whole spot for it. You got to figure that shit out.
I'm like over here trying to look at your PlayStation. I can't even find it.
It's next. It's on the other. I had to put it on the shelf to kind of clean up the wires.
Nice.
But like that's essentially what you're going to have to do with the PlayStation. That's my only real drawback to the machine, but the first version's always huge. Like it's always gigantic.
Yeah. Good point. They'll condense
hopefully and make it flat. Dude, if they should have a throwback version where it looks like a PSX, like the original PlayStation.
That would be cool.
That would be so
That would be really cool.
And like a pop-up thing, like, but instead of a disc, you that's where you insert your external solid state drive.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Like a fucking like a 8-track
cartridge. Yeah. So when it
E
opens up, the thing, the slot pulls up, you put it down, and then you push it down. Oh yes.
Like an NES.
Yes. Yes, dude. Like this, like a Sony Walkman, basically.
Blowing it too.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
What if that's what we go back to?
That's pretty.
Oh yeah. But what if that's what we go back to? Like the solid state drive becomes a cartridge, and now we're all the way back to NES times of blowing it in, put it in a slot,
right,
playing with it.
Dude, this load times. Okay, so it'll take Warzone 16 seconds to load.
Bullshit.
Red Dead 2, 52 seconds. Is that slower or faster than the PlayStation, do you think? Because they're both using SSD, so it can't be that different, right?
I would say it's slower.
But you get to use an external hard drive with the Xbox. So, I mean...
To me, though, that
and
sounds
it comes
like...
equipped with 1 terabyte.
That sounds like it's going to cause more problems than not. You know? It's going to give you that ability, but it's... From my fucking keyboard jockey perspective, those technologies don't mix and match. You know, you need specific software to read a solid state drive and specific for a hard disk drive. So when you crossplay like that, it's going to cause issues. I am interested in how Warzone's going to feel with Cold War dropping, though.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. They on the app they had an article about it, but I didn't read it. Like they obviously have like some kind of like thing that's gonna happen. Like there must be a, you know what I mean, like
an event.
Yeah, or something of like, I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I want them to do is I want them to drop a nuke on Verdansk like they did in Fortnite and just not tell you. And you'd be like,
dope.
There's your game. Bye. Yeah. You can't play for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
That was so great. That was
awesome.
one of my favorite like reaction videos, especially when it's like a 10-minute video and 2 minutes in the thing goes off and they're just sitting there like, what now? What do I do
with my life?
Do I go? I don't want to go outside.
Hilarious, dude. Hilarious. But apparently the Xbox Series X has slots in the back of the console for like storage cards, essentially. And Seagate has confirmed that they'll be making 1 terabyte cards, $219.99.
Jesus fuck
for one of these. But I guess it just goes right in, like a fucking, like we were saying, like a cartridge. So that's kind of dope.
Yo, if they can like give us a throwback and make them look like PlayStation 1 memory cards, I might not be opposed.
Why would Xbox do that?
That would be cool. just to fuck with them.
Just a nudge.
Yeah. Just like, hey man, here's our Xbox memory cards. Here's
wink,
our
wink.
Memory X.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
You can. It also comes with stickers that you can put on the front and write what games you have on it.
Yeah. Oh. I think I only owned like 1 memory card from the PS2. Yeah.
I had 3, I think. I know I had 1 for my PlayStation 1 that never came out. And then I had 1 that I would take to a friend's house. And then I had 1 just in case. But I think I bought a 3-pack. That was the thing. They were in different colors and shit.
Yeah. I always had, let's see. I didn't have one until I started playing Grand Theft Auto 3, and I would just like play it and then restart it because it would obviously never save.
I mean, yeah, that's the way to go.
And then eventually, my friend and I tried to beat it by like playing and then just leaving it on and coming back to it.
Dude, that's how my friend and I beat Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we'd rented it from like Blockbuster. Fucking dating myself here.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any empty memory cards. Like, you didn't want to rewrite over shit. You
Right.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
And so I think we left it on for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And like he slept over for the weekend and we just
Nice.
fucking swapped shifts.
Nice.
He was this weird kid though that could just play for like hours on end. So I would go to bed.
And he would just keep playing?
He would just keep playing. He
Wow.
would probably stop to take a nap, but I woke up, still playing. He's still playing. I'm like,
Whoa.
damn, dude.
You need to fucking go to sleep, dude. You're
Yeah,
gonna die.
you got issues, bro.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's got like a kid and stuff.
Of course he does.
He used to be one of my best friends, and then he said that he wanted to be better friends with his church friends, and that we were embarrassing his friends. And I was like, all right, dude,
What a douchebag.
you can get yourself, because he lived in a different town, so me and my other friend were the first ones with cars, and so we'd go get him so that he could hang out with us. And I was like, all right, well, you can stay home then. We're not gonna come
sorry
get you,
about
bro.
it, dude.
And you know
Wow, what a douchebag.
I love my life now, so maybe I made the good decision.
I don't want to be friends with your church people anyway.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But I was gonna bring something up, but I forgot.
We
Kind of.
were talking about free games before.
Oh yeah. Let's go back to those.
Let's see. So Hollow Knight, right, is what they were saying. I think is one, or
What is
Shadow of
that?
War.
Shadow of War.
I don't know why I said Hollow Knight. Fuck it. I was looking that one up because they're doing a Moon Knight thing. Shadow of War. I watched some streams for it, and it looks dated, but it looks fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Like
It kind of plays like God of War, right?
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a lot of the gameplay for the PS5 that's very God of War-esque that I'm so into. I'm so into the way it looks and like the refresh rate. Like it makes me want to upgrade my TV just to like watch people play
That
it.
4K.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
super fucking dope.
Yeah.
Super clean. And I'm gonna wait, but I'm excited for how it's gonna look in general.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's gonna be crazy. Do you think like next Christmas how good it's gonna be? Give it a year. You know?
yeah, because they're gonna, if not a pro version, there's gonna be a slim version, for sure. Which they might just call a pro. They might just put their current thing into a smaller box.
Yeah. And more storage.
Yeah.
2 terabytes at least. It's gotta be. Gotta be.
Right, because it's coming with what, 825 or something like
Yeah.
that, close to 1 terabyte.
So give me an extra 1 and 175 gigs.
Yeah.
That's such a random. Like 825 is so
Yeah.
random.
And I think that's my gripe on Sony in general. Is just their production timeline. I think affected the quality of the machine that we're getting. So you've talked me into waiting for a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You went from wanting to wait to wanting to get one immediately
No,
to back to
Don't
wanting
get me
to
wrong. I
wait.
still want to get one immediately. It's just not in the wheelhouse right now. We're in a pandemic, and I have a mortgage to pay.
Yeah, yeah, dude. You fucked up.
However,
What are you gonna do?
you know what's in my wheelhouse is a Switch. So I added.
Why don't you just save that money?
Because I want to play
Pokemon?
No, I wanted to bring it up last time. The new Zelda game. It's more Smash Brothers-y and less action adventure-y. It's more fighter based. Like the combat's different, and
That's weird.
It's a different take on Legend of Zelda. And I think every time they do that, they kind of knock it out of the park. Like when they transitioned to the Wind Waker kind of system of combat and animation. Like Wind Waker is a fucking great game.
And I mean, I'm not familiar. Obviously.
They went to like Funko Pop style animation.
Right. Okay.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
But
Yeah.
their system overall got an overhaul, and just the immersion it got very, very good reviews.
I mean, I heard
So.
Breath of the Wild got a very high rating too.
Yeah. So I
I
feel
mean,
like
Zelda's always been top tier.
and every time they change it, it's always for the better. Very few times has it been a miss, especially with the Zelda, because Zelda's such a classic title. You're almost not allowed to fuck it up.
Yeah. 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 They mess it up, they're gonna have problems.
Yeah. Have you watched like speed runs of the original Zelda?
No.
some people do it without ever really getting a sword. Like you can speed run the NES version in such a way that you don't really have to play the game. It's kind of,
I mean, that's
kind of
like that's how most speed runs work, you know.
but you would think it's a game where you have to block arrows and run away, but most of it is
just the route you take. yeah.
So
just get through this, because the original Zelda was like you had a map, and then if you left, it like loaded another area.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's not like they were connected, like
it would just screen white to the next one.
And it's not like a creature from over here is gonna follow you. So
yeah, you can
manipulate
the arrow to stop rendering.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speedruns are kind of annoying, and I feel like developers it's like, guys, we work so hard on this.
Dude, we put 3 years of our lives into this. You're gonna beat it in 15 minutes?
There are videos online of developers reacting to speedruns, and it's just like, why would you do that to them? Why would you show that to them? Like, they work their asses off, like 80 plus hours a week, and you fucking idiots
playing it in a way
just breaking it. Like,
really?
Grand Theft Auto, you beat San Andreas in an hour and 15 minutes? The fuck is wrong with you? How do you even, like, all the missions combined should take longer than that.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh, here's a bug that we found that if you go here, park this vehicle in this garage, go out, turn around 3 times, and then go in the house, you're now at the last mission. And it's like, that's not beating the game. Like, that's not a speed run. That's a glitch.
That's also, how do you...
And they look for that shit.
But how do you find shit like that even?
Dude.
Like, do you have to go into a source code?
Probably.
But
even then, it's like, how do you... I don't know, man.
The biggest exploit that I know of that I actually used was the Pokemon one, where if you went to one of the early towns and you talked to a dude and you went through that animation, you told him no, and you had a certain item in like slot 6, and then you flew to a different part of the map. Now you had 99 of that item, and you could go along the side and pick up Missingno. Like, I knew the whole sequence, but I was like, how do you fucking figure this shit out?
Yeah.
How do you... What are you doing?
I think it's just...
Do you see the Matrix, bro? Like,
for real. That's probably what they do.
Fun fact, the code in the Matrix, the guy who created it, he basically scanned the text in his wife's sushi cookbook. So if you look for the repetition, it shows up, and I want to say it's hiragana and katakana, what we were talking about earlier. Bringing this full fucking circle.
Dude. Yeah.
And you'll see the code for the sushi.
Interesting. Yeah, because they're all Japanese. They're all different characters, and There almost no, like, they only become numbers when they like stop and it's on like a 0.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like a certain number.
Yeah.
We need a new Matrix game too.
We do. Dude, I remember putting a lot of time into the first Matrix game.
It was like Enter the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was cool.
They
like
did
Max Payne style.
Yeah, because Max Payne did bullet time right, and they didn't even. They were like, we're not going to change that. We're going to just keep it like.
Yeah, we're just going to steal that and put different skins on these people.
Yeah.
Different buildings.
But they had like the right voices. They had Jada Pinkett as Niobe and stuff. So that was cool. It was cool, I think, the way they interconnected the universe.
And it wasn't like a Telltale game. It was like a side story kind
also,
of thing.
there's more shit going on.
But connected to the movies.
Very Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and I like shit like that.
Sure. Whatever that means.
Very, like, there's side characters doing their own thing, acknowledging it.
What's that, Hamlet?
Yes. Well, I think we talked about
Macbeth?
Gil Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are 2 of the guards in Hamlet.
Right.
Yeah. And then they have their own fucking spin-off.
Really?
Which is the way to go. Yeah. It's a comedy that I know I read the play, The Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, and it's fucking hilarious because of the tongue-in-cheek, like, fourth wall breaking. Like,
is that Shakespearean? Like, did he write that? Or was
no.
Okay.
This was later. It's more contemporary. But
yeah.
Fucking great.
How did that develop?
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern?
Yeah.
I think originally there were other things written about those 2 characters, like when Hamlet came out.
Do they? I don't even know. Like, I've never read Hamlet. I've never like seen a movie. I don't even know like the context. Like, if they're just guards, like, how do they have a place in the? Because
if memory serves, they're guards that have been at their post for too long, like one. Longer.
Like, how do they come into the story at all? Like, how are those even characters that even get brought up if they're just mundane guards?
They're not. I think Aaron called it. They're like the Timon and Pumbaa Like they have lines that break the tension in the scene. So it's kind of like the way Boba Fett became this character. Like he is a small character, but certain people were just drawn to that character because of his interaction with the world. And Rosencrantz and Guildenstern have such a unique interaction in Shakespeare. Like if you read it, they don't fit as characters in terms of like their dialogue and their wherefore art that, because they're very like, dude, why the fuck are we here? Like
Interesting.
like what? This is just my job. I should have been home a long time ago. And he's like, yeah, no, I understand. Like this, I don't even like this kid. Like they stick out. So you might be better off watching the movie with
Mel Gibson, right? Or is that Macbeth?
That's Macbeth. Or we can watch. We should watch Passion of the Christ. No, we should.
What are you talking about? Where does that come from?
We're just talking about make believe characters in video games.
Yeah,
you know?
same thing.
Why not?
You know, there's gonna be a VR, like, experience where you're Jesus Christ and you get to go through the sacrifice.
Yeah, you're Neo.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying you get like put up on the cross
with two dual sense controllers.
Yeah.
Every hammer, you feel it. You got to strap it on your feet too.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a vest so you can feel yourself get stabbed in the side.
Christians would love that shit. They'd be like, now we know what it was like.
But it's still gonna be white Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
for sure, dude. He's gonna have blonde hair and blue eyes.
They should make a passion game where you can create your own Jesus.
Yeah, or you can be the one killing him. That would be cool too. Just like poking him with a spear. Like you fucking.
What's that guy's name?
Neanderthal.
Nero?
I have no idea.
That guy has a name with the spear of destiny.
I was just making that up. I don't even. I just assumed there was a guy that poked him with a spear. I mean,
there was, and I'm pretty sure he was an important character because I think he repents later.
Oh.
I don't know. I should use finger quotes when I say this in the Bible. I like history, so I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until we get new games and stuff. Maybe next time we'll bring full reviews of the free games. I forgot they were out already. That's why.
So did I.
Why you ain't turning on your PlayStation, bro? What are you doing?
Dude, fucking, I'm busy, dog.
Busy?
Fucking working and then doing comedy and playing D&D and just.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna do a segment on here, in the future of like teaching people how to play D&D.
Dope.
We'll do it little by little.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Maybe we'll do a one shot. We all haven't really played D&D together in a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we could do something like that sometime.
You can recycle whatever you're using now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
So
I actually have a good one right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you have another Christmas one?
I mean, not right now.
Can we redo the Christmas one? Every year we just play the same one.
It's higher level.
Yeah. But like the enemies are the same level, so now we're just like, I'm gonna bring my hammer. Just
after like 5 years, they're like, you think we would put in some kind of defense system for this shit?
Every Christmas, these fuckers just keep storming our tower.
Mm-hmm.
One guy keeps pulling rope and candles out of his bag for no fucking reason.
What's up with this?
So, all right, I'm down. I was thinking we should talk about segments later.
So
too,
I will. What I'll do is like start with like as a player, and then later on, once we do that, I'll teach people how to DM.
Ooh,
if they're interested.
Look at you. All right, guys, you hear that? If you guys want to start learning how the ins and outs of D&D, your boy at the Slim Henderson is going to be your teacher.
We'll start.
Your D&D mentor, your dungeon mentor, your DMMM.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm in. Where can they reach you? What are you doing? Any shows?
Nope. No shows. You can find me on Instagram at _Slim Henderson, on Twitter at Slim Henderson. I'm not active on there right now because of the state of the world, and I don't care.
However, as of this podcast, the state of the world is in the middle of a change, hopefully. So hopefully we'll see you on the Instagrams in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I throw up a picture every once in a while that's completely unrelated to anything that's going on in the world. I'm like, hey, here's my 2 natural ones that I rolled the other day.
That's an 11, bro.
Dude, I was so mad. I rolled with advantage, which first lesson, advantage means you roll twice and take the higher number. I rolled with advantage and got 2 ones.
That's what happens when you're white in the state of this world.
And that's what happens when you get advantage in real life. For
sure. I am at the George F. If you guys have any fucking good ideas for games you want us to talk about, slide in our DMs. Go to our website at thebuddysystem.co for everything, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for listening, game people. Bye.
Hadouken!